578,000 children, 0 to 14 years old.
Civilians continue to pay a very high price in the ongoing hostilities in Syria. Dozens have been killed and injured in the largely separate situations occurring simultaneously in northeastern and northwestern Syria, from a variety of causes, including airstrikes and ground-based strikes, and increasingly as a result of what appears to be indiscriminate use of improvised explosive devices in populated areas, including in local markets. Health facilities continue to be directly hit or significantly damaged whenever there is a military escalation in Idlib. 4 separate facilities were damaged on the 4th and 6th of November, taking the total number of health facilities we've recorded being hit since the 29th of April to 61.
I just noted I'll work to get that date for you. As you know, she has...
We can't determine if every single attack is deliberate, but the large scale of these attacks, say 61 separate facilities, considerably more actual strikes hitting those facilities, given some have been hit 2, 3, 4 times. And the fact that it's happening every time there's a military escalation strongly suggests that government-affiliated forces conducting these strikes are at least partly, if not wholly, deliberately striking health facilities. But I think we'll have to, and of course that would amount to a war crime. Attacks with improvised explosive devices have noticeably escalated in recent days, mainly in areas under the control of Turkish-affiliated armed groups, which suggests they have most likely been carried out by groups opposing the Turkish military offensive. Another issue of concern in this part of the country in the northeast relates to people recently displaced during the military offensive who have subsequently been subjected to arbitrary detention in addition to enforced disappearances after returning to their homes. This is occurring both in areas controlled by Turkish forces and Turkish-affiliated armed groups and in areas controlled by Kurdish armed groups. Particular concern of ours is that, among the thousands of Syrians who continue to be detained or who have been forcibly disappeared inside government-run detention facilities, we're concerned that we're receiving reports of families receiving death notifications from the government authorities, basically telling them that their relatives, family members who were detained or forcibly disappeared have died in government custody.
Of the $295 million we required in 2019, we have received just $138 million. Despite the massive security, access, and capacity challenges, this funding shortfall now represents the most serious obstacle we face in reaching children who need help urgently. Not providing emergency water, sanitation, and hygiene support to over 100,000 people, nor improving poor water supplies to 300,000 more. Not providing 55,000 children with routine immunization and nearly 140,000 women and children with health and nutrition consultations. In northeast Syria, home to some of the most vulnerable children, not providing emergency water, sanitation, and hygiene support to over